Welcome back. Today I'm going to be playing hopefully a whole bunch of different decks just to showcase some of the new Ravnica Allegiance cards. In case anyone's considering spending wild cards on them for Arena or buying them soon as the set is releasing. Pre-releases are this weekend. So this deck, the first thing I want to do is explore a couple decks with Hero of Precinct One. This is kind of like a young Pyromancer variant that's in Standard, which is a pretty powerful type card. It seems amazing with heroic reinforcements, so that's the main pairing I want to try. So the two shells that seem obvious are Naya and Mardu. Mardu, Aristocrats style deck with lots of small creatures and sacrifice outlets. And Judith seems to be an incredible card. So we're going to try that one next, but first I'm going to try this Naya deck. The things I like about this, Flourish is a kind of a way to cheat multicolor cards for hero, and it's the Flourish side is, people have used that in the past in Selesnya's type decks. Integrity kind of also fits the bill. It's a split card that can be like a 1 mana useful multicolor card. This deck has Pelt Collector in it because you have access to Zhur-Taa Goblin as a 3/3, and Gruul Spellbreaker as a 4/4. It's pretty good, it seems like. And aside from that, it's just a bunch of good-ish multicolor cards, so we'll see if it works. I'm just going to play some ranked games and see how they go. So today's video series is not necessarily about tuning the deck perfectly and all that. It's just about seeing how the decks perform and seeing how different cards work together and trying to get a feel for them. Obviously, if we're winning a lot with a particular deck, we'll maybe take a closer look at it later. Okay, so we got to get used to these 3-color mana bases. So this one, it looks like we have just enough to squeak by. We have red, white, and we can find a forest, which is pretty bad, but we can work around it. The question is, do we want to play Flourish turn 1, or do we want to just play a creature? I could curve Hero. This might be wrong, but I'm gonna get the force now. Just in case our line changes down the road. The Dauntless Bodyguard can also go on the hero. Not that I expect the white deck to have damage-based removal. Opponent land drop, which is unfortunate for them. Let's see. So I think we're going to play Boros Challenger. Evolving Wilds and Allegiance Lightning deck. I don't have an incredibly high rank on Arena yet because I haven't played much yet. Oh, that's interesting. So if we heroic reinforcements, we have 7 creatures. That seems like a lot, but we could just try to kill them next turn. Oh, I should have used Forest. I mean, it's not like they need a Justice Strike right now. The forest is really bad in this deck. It's only really there for the Flourish thing. Alright. Pretty unexciting game, but hopefully the next one will be better. I want to try that green-blue card, the 1 mana, like the lizard, the green-blue split card. But it might be hard to play enough creatures. You basically have to play all the multicolored creatures in your 3 colors that are playable. Okay, we have Pelt Collector into Stuff. That seems cool. We can, yeah, I think our mana will work. In previous formats with all the shock lands and check lands, people can run 4-color mana bases, but you do have to make some constraints to your casting costs. Some of them are pretty intense, like all these multicolor cards that are cheap. Tajik isn't really going to get the mentor or anything, so maybe I should have just gone with haste. I didn't really think it through. Really glad they got a land this turn. Oh, that's not bad. Wow, that's ridiculous. They just jump off, okay. We don't have too many ways to get Pelt Collector as a 4/4. Alright, we're just gonna... Oh, that's an amazing draw. Okay, so... I need to have a red-white. It's any land? Okay. Well, this type of draw seems pretty awesome. Just a plain old beatdown deck, yeah. So they have a block, or else they're dead, and we could get them to 1, but I think I'll just 3, 6, 9, 12. I'll just keep my Tajik alive and kill their thing. Wait, let's. I just on a misclick. I don't know what happened. Okay. Yeah, that card was incredible. And it's also a lightning helix, you know? We got another one. Alright, so the first game our opponent didn't do anything. That game we just ran them over, like we would have ran over most decks. That was impressive. Pelt Collector into gold cards? I don't know. Alright, 2-0. Let's keep it going. I'm gonna keep these videos relatively short. I'm only gonna play like maybe 5 or 10 games with each deck because I want to try a number of decks today and just get them out there for people who are considering. Okay. We have Pelt Collector into Zhur-Taa and a removal. Seems good enough. I think a large part of how you build the mana base is choosing which 1-drops you want and then skewing the mana base in that direction. So this one has like the green and the white. Okay, so do I go haste or 3/3? I think 3/3 is just often better. This is essentially our last game, but we don't have as good of a turn 3, especially because this Justice Strike probably isn't too good against a Hallowed Fountain deck. Interesting. Okay. I guess they could have like Warrant, that kind of thing. So I'll just attack before playing Dauntless Bodyguard. Okay, that 13. Maybe I should have played that untapped. Like, I don't know what creature they would play, but I don't think the 2 life will matter. So if I was a Growth Spiral player, I'd be for sure on a Nexus of Fate type deck. Yeah, they have that. Alright, let's see if we can be fast enough. Ooh, missing lands, dead. Okay, let's see. Boros Challenger does not put Belt Collector, which is rough. There's only one of these in the deck. Yeah, nothing to think about here. If they have Saddle Wreckage or something, we'll do that. Wilderness Reclamation is just ridiculously good. Okay, so they're on the full-on Fog version. They could Cleansing Nova us. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. So we have lethal with Heroic Reinforcements, but we don't have lethal on board. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Boros Challenger doesn't really change that. But I'm not gonna play around with something like Cleansing Nova. Yeah, exactly. Like stuff like Revitalize and Random Life Gain, like Gift of Paradise. I don't think people run many copies of Cleansing Nova, if any. I tend to run at least one, but I think people are relying on Fog instead of the Wreckage for the most part. It's good that they didn't have anything to do this turn, because they had like 8 mana. So that's a good sign. It doesn't do much. Guess we're just gonna bash. We honestly wouldn't mind getting Settled Wreckage. Well, I guess we only have 3 basics to get, which kind of sucks. I like playing that one, okay. Sure. Well, they only have 2 cards, although they do have this ice cancel going. Once this thing flips, it's just nuts with Wilderness. Like, it doesn't feel like the same format. Alright. So they have 5 cards in their graveyard. I mean, we have a chance. Oh, no. If they play Chemistry's Insight, it's basically game over. If they have Nexus of Fate, it's kind of a, helps them get their Canter going, but opponent is kind of slow at figuring out their deck. Do they have full control mode on? Because they don't really understand how to use the stops. It says my turn. It's not my turn. Yeah, even if we hit our land on time, we wouldn't have had a chance to kill them yet this game. They may have pushed, maybe not though. They're at 6 cards in their graveyard though, so they can play the next turn. So we are in trouble. Oh, 3, 5. We can only do 11. It's kind of a bummer. If we do the land, we might have won this turn. It's an interesting one. Works pretty well in this spot. Oh, it might be worth trying. It's like a super revitalize. Alright, well. Alright, if they reveal a Nexus of Fate off of Escanta at any point, we can basically concede. They have currently 12 mana per turn. I guess we'll force them to have a little bit more than that. Since we do theoretically have lethal with the land. Okay.
Right on skip. Let's skip to the good part.
I think decks like this should play Knight of Autumn. Actually, I'm gonna make that change. It doesn't work well with Pot Collector because it's a 2/1, but being able to kill some of these ridiculous enchantments is just too good. And I think Burn is a huge deck in this format, and this deck is less Shockland heavy. So after this game, I'm gonna go slot in at least a couple copies of Knight of Autumn. And I mean, we're playing best of ones right now, so maybe that's more of a sideboard card in general. But I do think that Knight of Autumn is actually really good in the current format. Yeah, this one's over. Well, they didn't. I'll let them go one more Nexus and then concede, I guess. I guess it's not technically over. They get 5 looks.
No time for a break.
6 technically. Well, now if they have so many lands, actually, they get 10 looks, which is enough. All right, that'll do it for me. All right, let's see if we can fit Naya Aggro in there. I'm not sure what I replace. I like the Tajik, which is only 1 of right now. I'm decorating Naya. I also want to try Abzan Knights now. That's better mana, but that's a task for later. Oh, I shouldn't just type Knight. Okay, can I fit 2 of these in here? I don't think Boros Challenger is very good. And maybe a Justice Strike. Not sure. Like, Integrity is better as interaction, I think. So, I'll do that. We don't have... Amara's not as strong in this deck because we don't really have the Convoke things. But I'll keep it for now. Alright, let's see if that pays off. If we can kill a Wilderness Reclamation, we'll be feeling good. Like, this deck is already craving multicolor creatures. And Knight of Bottom is probably one of the best ones in the format right now. Okay, this one looks cool. We can... It's an awkward curve. We need to draw 3rd land. But... it'll probably work. There's a goblin. I wonder if there's enough goblin synergy in Gruul to make a non-combo version. See if Trostani does anything in this game. The deck runs 22 lands plus 2 flowers, and I guess Legion's Landing counts. Okay, so in this matchup, our hero's probably never gonna live. I gave him a life by not blocking. Okay. If I play the hero, he can't play like Runaway Steamkin this turn, so I think I will. It may have been a mistake to play the untapped land, the shock land that turn, but this way I have the full. If I draw another shock land next turn, I have the full range of choices. If I had like an integrity in hand, I would have waited on the hero, but I have no way to protect it anyway. So this at least, you know, makes this draw a little bit weaker, or at least it commits to do something on this turn. Okay, let's see. I think I'll just play this guy. Life linkers. Fine. Okay, that one. I was gonna say if they only had a 2 damage clock, I wouldn't be too worried. Pop Collector's pretty good. I'm just gonna play a creature so it's a 2/2. And I'll keep getting this left turn. Getting to really early. I mean, if he trades off stuff for creatures, that's fine though. Generally, I wouldn't get it on this turn. Okay, finally figured out that that was worth doing. Flourish, okay. It's puts us one land away from Trostani, which would be pretty damn good. If we can find a way to flip Legions, I think it's easier to draw 5th land and then flip that. Yeah, I don't think we can do much right now. I guess we have to hope this Trostani can come down at some point in this game. Alright, well we can't Justice Strike that one. I think it's okay though. Hopefully it makes an attack, that's bad. Alright, do we want to play this with Justice Strike? It doesn't do anything against your Kindling Phoenix. The only upgrade we want to play it on is the Chain Whirler. So I think we'll just run it out. Okay. It's not that useful. I'll play it, I guess. Oh, I could flip Legions. I mean, it's something. And then he has 3 in play. I kind of want to do it. Oh, I don't have double red though, so I can't give first strike. If I had a single other red mana, I would be able to use Legions, I think. I guess I'm good with the trade though. This is a little bit risky, but I think it's the kind of thing we have to do to win this game. I don't even get the mentor though. It seems cool, but it's a little optimistic. I'm getting in there for 9. He can block 3, takes 6, go to 11. And the next turn I have 4 power creatures. Seems alright. I think I'm gonna go for it. Because Trostanis are so important. Hopefully I don't die to 2 burn spells, but we'll see. I guess having the other red mana isn't that important. Like, he'll probably trade there, so that's fine. If Tajik lived, he couldn't burn out Trostani, which would be pretty good, but it doesn't seem that likely anyway. I guess Lightning Strike plus Firebrand would do it. If he takes the trade, we are at a higher life total, so we're actually... Okay, so he didn't take a trade, which makes sense. But what that means is now our Trostani has a much better chance of surviving. Whew, okay. Justice Strike. Alright. He has to block, so he'll lose his Electrostatic Field with an all attack, so that's good. And Chain Whirler plus stuff to kill this would get us, but we don't have the luxury of playing around everything. So the attack has to happen. Still no mentor, obviously. If we can ever get in with these life anchors, we win. It's looking decent right now anyway. We are a virtual 4. Well, that just does it, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a close one. If we had hit our 5th land any earlier than we did, we would have been good. We literally had to Alpha Strike just to flip Legion's Landing to get 5 mana. But, you know, you can't necessarily expect to hit 5 lands in a 22+2 land aggro deck. I feel like I want to maximize the Pelt Collector angle a little more. What do we have here? We can cast our spells, it's just a little awkward. Flourish and Gruul cards are really awkward. If I get... I feel like I should get Plains. deck does a lot of damage to itself. I think a lot of 3-color aggro decks do a lot of damage themselves. The control decks have the luxury of playing tap lands, often on turn 1, and you know, sort of whenever there's a free mana. Tajik maybe is not right for this deck because it just doesn't curve well with our best 2-drop, or one of our, well, Hero's our best 2-drop obviously, but it just doesn't quite work out. Okay, let's see, more 3-drops. We're gonna race this game, we have a little better shot at it. Because we actually played some real beef early. I'm not scared of Chain Whirler. That needs to get stricken down. Well, let's think. We play Tajik. We only have one red turn is a problem. I think I'm just gonna get rid of that thing right away. Play Tajik as surprise damage kind of thing. And now if we draw another red, at least Tajik can win a combat, you know? I maybe should have left that one back, but I think it's okay. We're 16 still. Oh man, I'm having issues with the red mana. Alright, I'll type with 1, because I'm gonna win. Well, I mean, they can burn out our creature. Yeah, this is kind of bad because it doesn't let us. I don't know about this one, I guess. Alright, yeah, so we basically want to bait them into using their burn on us instead of our creatures and try to get a lethal with Tajik, I think. It might not be possible. Arclight Phoenix, okay. Can't quite kill him, so should I just kill Arclight Phoenix? I think so. 3 life's a lot. Alright. Alright, so we're at 2. We're at virtual 8. Let's see if I can do it. I have 4 cards, 4 mana. If they just play 2 creatures, they still have another turn. Alright. So, burn kills us. Arclight Phoenix. Pretty good. Presumably they're playing Rixamati Reveler, because the mono red Arclight Phoenix deck was possible before, but not quite good enough. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just cut the Tajik. Now the question is, do I really think Knight of Autumn's that good? It would have been good in all these red matchups, and it's good against all the enchantments, and otherwise it's just a 4/3. How's it worded? When it enters the battlefield. So it doesn't trigger Pal Collector that well. Let's see, I'm gonna look for 3-power creatures. That cost 2? How do you... I don't know if you can do that. Alright, let's start by looking at multicolor. I don't think I'm gonna find anything new that I haven't found before. Might as well take a look. Oh, that's Raptor. Flavor Indicator is interesting, but it doesn't really fit with Pal Collector. Shauna. Actually, Shauna's not bad. I kinda wanna try one. This is kinda what you do in the early stages of a... Let's see, this creates a 4/4 for 4. No, it's not enough. In a sec. We're just gonna try cards and see how they work. I'm actually kind of excited about this Shauna thing. Because it goes with our whole, like, tokeny plan. It can't be targeted, which I'm not sure if that matters, really. I don't think we'll get blown out by, like, Chain Whirlers that often. I just don't think Amara's, like, at its worst in this deck, almost. It is legendary. Yeah, let's try this. I don't know. Seems cool. I don't know about these white 1-drops, but I think they're okay for now. So we've been getting red mana problems, 4, 7, 11, 13. You can't increase the red shocks anymore. I think we'll just keep it as is. Hope for the best. I would try to get one more in there, but I'm not sure what to cut for now. Possibly Sunfell Grove. Actually, that's probably correct, Sunfell Grove to go. For maybe Buncrack or Cliff Top. Okay, this hand's interesting. Let's see how it works. I don't know, Shaman might be good in this deck. I don't really know. It's just a random big creature that's multicolor. Okay, let's get the hero down. See if it does work. Jun. Ooh, okay, that should be interesting. I can save the Night of Autumn. It's probably going to be a 4-3 either way. I'll just do this. They'll probably block, actually. Okay, so we get the 2 damage in, so that's good. If they spend their turn buffing, it's not going to go that well for them. Let's see. If they adapt, I can just lightning strike it. That seems really good. Do I want to get in with the hero? I don't think so. If we ever draw heroic reinforcements this game, it seems like we'll be in really good shape. Alright, so I think this will work the way we want it to. I should have attacked with the hero. I don't know why I didn't. I just thought it could potentially lead to awkward situations, whereas if I don't attack with it, I'm guaranteed to get this blowout. I mean, we're in good shape now. We don't need that 2 damage that bad. I've been really impressed with integrity and wretched in this deck. Okay. That's not bad for us. Alright, I think that's just game now because we have land. Boom. Four, 5, 7, 8. We got 6. It's fine. They can try with the hero. It's not the end of the world for this. It might be wrong to do, but I guess it's not damage. We already have enough creatures in it. They have to deal with this board somehow. So now basically if we draw heroic reinforcements plus random small creatures, it's lethal. I don't think that's good enough. Alright, cool. We have done it. Haste. What does that put us at? Like 4-2 or something like that? It's not bad. And I think we made some improvements to the deck already. So integrity has impressed me. Although, I mean, it's bad against like the control and Band Nexus type decks, but at least it's some reach against them, you know? Just lightning helix your face. And then these little creature combat mirrors, it seems like a... Okay, so we can't even Pellet Collector turn 1. We do have Hero plus some options. We're on the draw. I'm gonna give this one a shot. It's a little sketchy, but we can cast everything in our hand right now. I'm just gonna run out this Dauntless Bodyguard. It seems a little strange, but I'm happy to just trade it off with that thing, one way or another. Like I'll block, or he can ping it if he wants. Like we lost the last game against Mono Red by 1 life, so or just play our cards, see how they work. So we're playing Pellet Collector next turn. That's really weird. I kind of want to I have to play I will play this. It doesn't make a lot of sense though. I should have played Sacred Foundry and nothing? I'm not sure. Either way he can use his Firebrand, so it's fine. We're not looking great against a Chain Whirler, but yeah, maybe the 1-drops need to be tweaked or something. I don't really know. The Dauntless Bodyguard just feels a little out of place here. I think the idea is to protect Hero, but it's just doesn't work that way. I didn't think it was worth using integrity to save Hero. Oops. Now my plan is definitely going to be to play a pump spell and block some things. But we're gonna maybe next turn we'll intervention the Chain Whirler. Good one. Okay. Well, I have to just do this, I think. If he has shock or anything, it's terrible. I could have blocked first, but I can't block the Chain Whirler because you can just ping it. Maybe I should have blocked the VSU now, but I'd rather just block with the 1 now. Well, let's think. This doesn't have light thinker anyway. I think I'll just... Well, we know he doesn't have a burn, right? He used it. So sure. Or maybe he just wants to play Frenzy this turn. If that was a burn spell, we would have been sad. That would block that one. Oh, they got us. Yeah, I forgot to consider Spectacle. That's interesting. It's a bit different. So I should have blocked the 1-1. We would be way better off. But we're not dead in the water right now. We're just in really horrible shape. 4-4. His Firebrands are really rough. I mean, he's gonna Chain Whirler us, but that's all we got. I'll leave the guy back. Just me. Oh, Rebound Cry came in untapped, huh? Well, we just lost. I compounded my mistake. I didn't play this spell here. But I don't think we're gonna win this game anyway. Chain Whirler is a little too good against the current build. I don't know if there's any 1-drop we could find that would help that problem. I think this game we just got hit by our mana base a little bit. We couldn't play our turn 1 Pellet Collector. think these 3-color aggro decks probably should be playing 2 colors and splashing the third. Whereas we're trying to play like red, white, and green early drops, so sometimes it'll hurt. It works a lot of the time, but sometimes it'll hurt. So we've struggled against traditional red, it seems like. Which, I mean, in theory that's a point for Knight of Autumn. It's a little unfortunate that Knight of Autumn just dies to a Chain Whirler if you gain full life. But it's still a good card in the matchup. I just hope they don't draw multiple Chain Whirlers, I guess. Alright, we have a hero, we have some stuff. I'm never sure how to play this Flower Flourish. We have double green. I think I'm just gonna play a tap land. On turn 3 I can Flower Flourish into 2-drop. It's almost impossible that our hero will live though. So maybe I should just run out Zhur-Taa Goblin. If I draw a 3rd land, naturally. Legion's Landing, huh? Huh. Well, at least force him to have Lightning Strike instead of Shock, you know? But with no 2-drop, it seems likely he has Lightning Strike. Yeah. I was basically choosing between Amara and Zhur-Taa. Stomping Ground, okay. So many choices. None of them great. All of them okay. I don't know if it really matters to get this hero going this turn. Kind of want to though. I have to pay 2 life. The next turn I have 4 mana, which doesn't really help that much. I guess Legion's Landing plus Spellbreaker, so that's okay. So I get a Plains. Alright, so now we have our next turn set up as well, and in theory, we'll see what he does this turn. To me, this deck seems pretty fun and like it has potential, but I think it needs to be tweaked a little bit. There's just so many options. I mean, you are restricted because you only want to play multicolor cards as much as possible. But even within that constraint, there's definitely some deck building choice to be made. I think I like the Gruul creatures package, which is interesting because I also like the Flourish Hero of Precinct One package, which those are kind of at odds with each other. Alright, so our opponent didn't play land, so that's interesting. How does this work? You and Gruul Spellbreaker. That's worth. I'm just gonna play this first. Now, do I want to give it haste? I think so. I think it's unlikely I can flip this Legion's Landing, but if I do, I'll probably win because I can play for Sunny. And if he points a burn at hero now, alright, it was definitely a mistake for him to let me do that because he could have Fanatical Fireburn. Because it's hard for him to know how important that 5th land is right now. It's come up a lot. Flip Legion's Landing. This will keep him off of Wizards, which is something. Although I don't know if red decks can still fit Wizards Lightning. Definitely gets played against us, but I guess that was like the gutter snipe version. So he's gonna block, he's gonna kill the lifelink one. Take a little damage still. So our hero traded with something. Oh, I can get nothing. Our hero traded with something and made 2 1s. That's not bad for me to drop, you know. It's like a sacrificial outburst kicked. Our opponent can draw land chain roller, but we still will just win from there because we have Trostani next turn. And then if we don't draw anything else to do, we'll have a Danto. Alright, so we did draw out of their screw. See if they... Yeah, makes sense. How much else they could have. Alright, so this thing. And we'll get in there. And kill them before they can play their whole hand up. So next turn we can Amara plus a Danto, it looks like. 2, 3, 5, 6, yeah. I think I'll play one more game with this deck after this game, and then upload the video, and then start working on the Mardu Aristocrats version. Basically, I'll end up playing about an hour with each deck. You know, I tuned this deck a little bit, but not too much from where it started. Just trying to get a feel for how these decks function and see how the new cards work together. And you know, in this first little block of decks, I'm testing Hero of Precinct One specifically. The Mardu deck has so many options that go well with it. I really like the 1-drop hybrid. Ooh, I killed Trostani, so that's really good for him. Suddenly we're in really bad shape. That was really good. Having Lightning Bolt and Chain Whirler, number 2. So, probably lose this game now. So I can't really get through, you know. I'm gonna go play that, I guess. Ah! No attacks. I mean, people have been losing to Chain Whirler for how long in Standard? And it's still a thing. Like, if you play fair creature decks, this is pretty much the best thing out there. If you have anything X1. But, yeah, man, this, that's perfect. Chain Whirler does Spectacle, and then I finish off Trostani. It's, yeah, that works. It's interesting. I might make a video with the stupid red decks, but they're so boring and obvious, and just, yeah, they're good, you know, people will play them. I might try to make like one of the Rakdos Burn versions with like the gutter snipe thing that we saw, just because that's a little more interesting, but that'll be way down the line. First things first, I'm going to test all these 3-color decks. I don't know if I disconnected or something to my opponent. I seem to be okay. Alright, my opponent's just tanking. Oh, is that me on my Danto? Oops. Okay, let's think this through. So, if we go to 2, we're almost certainly dead. I don't want to lose any of these creatures, so I'll just chump. We go 5. Amara might be able to make a token. So I could chump indefinitely. Then we'll have a 2/2 blocker. We're just dead, okay. Well, nothing we can do about that. Alright, so one more game with the Naya deck. I'll see how it does. It's felt good. There's been some mana issues, and we lose to red because we're weak to Goblin Chain Whirler. But that's kind of to be expected. So the thing I like about Mardu is that we can maybe build it in a way that Chain Whirler is less of a problem. Because this deck is trying to play creatures and have them participate in combat, whereas the Mardu deck is kind of like sacrifice and graveyard based. So we have Pelt Collector into nothing. If we find red mana, this hand's great. Integrity doesn't do much. We're on the draw, but I think I'll take them all. Alright. Mediocre hand, I guess. Do I need to Flourish? I don't think so. I haven't cast Flourish yet with this deck. I guess it's mostly in here as a 1-mana Hero of Precinct One enabler. Alright. Teamer Ramp. It's another deck I want to try soon. I really like Growth Spiral. I think it's awesome. I think a lot of people are building their decks wrong now. Alright, here we go. Knight of Autumn. Off the top. Oh yeah, Shauna's in the deck. I guess Shauna's good to play here. We have Gruul Spellbreaker against. Well, they're not playing the BAM version. I can't say so the wreckage, but. I think this deck should focus more on the whole token aspect. It should play 4 copies of Reinforcements, 3-ish Shaunas. Hero of Precinct One already make tokens. Maybe this deck can't support Pelt Collector because I've made a lot of the deck building decisions based on that, and I think the token strategy might be good. Like Knight of Autumn is another card this deck really wants to play. So maybe I would build this as sort of a Selesnya tokens. Wow, it's so great. Selesnya tokens kind of deck, just with better mana for like heroic reinforcements and then you can focus more on Flourish. I think that's maybe a good direction to go with the deck. I think the whole Pelt Collector Zhur-Taa Goblin stuff is good, but that's a different deck. You can just do the whole Gruul splash 3rd color, as opposed to Selesnya splash 3rd color. So I think our current build of the deck is trying to do a little too much. I mean, we still have a positive win rate, but you know, we've lost to the. Well, I feel like we've beat everything except we've lost to Wilderness Reclamation twice after this game, and Mono Red a couple times. And those are the 2 decks that are probably expected to be meta decks in this format that we've played against. Alright, I didn't really pay attention to what my opponent was doing there, so I guess we have a turn now. They didn't really do much, right? They just kind of cycled Nexi. I don't know. So what are we doing here? I can Haystone. Is Haste even worth it though? Like, we get him for 6 this turn. Does 8 do anything different? Not really. I will play this. I think 3/3 is just fair. I don't know why I think that. I played a pre-combat a couple shots. Okay, so not going for haste. Worked out in this spot. Alright. It just depends on if our opponent ever finds a card draw spell. That's all it is. Okay, that's game, I think. That's probably the best card draw spell in the deck. It's a card I've been meaning to try. They didn't go 3 on bottom, but they got 6 looks. So I don't have any reason to concede yet because they're not really gaining an advantage from the Nexus. But the second they get some kind of like Search for Azcanta or Planeswalker or something, we can concede after a couple turns of that. Alright. I'll attack you with my 3/3s. I think I will explore the whole Shauna tokens type build soon. I'm definitely gonna try Mardu. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, what's going on? Wait, what? Shauna can't be the target of abilities your opponents. Oh, it can be targeted by spells? Why does it have that ability? Okay. I totally thought this was a different card. I thought it had hexproof, I guess. That's very strange. If we had the pump spell right now, it'd be good. But we do not. So. Couldn't they have played that on their turn? Oh no, they did tap out a lot. Alright, anyway, I think we're gonna lose pretty shortly, but we'll keep going. After this game, I am going to restart the stream real quick. It should only be about 15 seconds. And then I'll be back with Mardu Aristocrats. Alright, well that gives us back up to a 3-turn clock. Almost never ending here. They're not even doing anything, it's just... Yeah. Alright. I can concede pretty soon, but they still haven't done anything. Like, they have a lot of mana, a lot of cards, but they still don't have a permanent way to go infinite with Nexus of Fate. Stack seems good. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if I had a better aggro draw. Like, what did they do? They gained a little life, they growth spiraled. The -2 something is kind of like a fog. I like that. I'm gonna try that. I got a turn. That's cool. I feel like I misclicked or something. I didn't have lethal with Flourish, but I should have at least checked. I lose on next turn. No, I don't. They're at 12. This is nuts. Okay. If I don't draw Knight of Autumn, I'll concede. Enter Knight of Autumn. Alright. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Killing Searchers can't, they have infinite mana with the Wilderness Reclamations. I would kill that early in the game if that came up, but now basically if they ever get to Search First Kenta, they get to activate it 3 times a turn, and that would guarantee Nexus Infinite. So this at least gives us a very, very small chance. Oh no! I seem to have disconnected.